Are you ready to step into 2023? I think I hear you. Let's go. But before you do, I want you to slow down for a second. I want you to take a few minutes this week and write down all the things that you achieved. Yep, I want you to write them all down. Then I want you to clap and celebrate yourself. Because many of us are running too fast and we don't get to celebrate our wins. However, I also want you to slow down and also write down your losses. What goals you didn't achieve this year and why you didn't achieve them. I'm not big on excuses because my excuses never work for me. None. None of it ever pushed me towards my goals. In fact, if anything, that set me back. So I'm a huge believer in changing the strategy if needed, but if that goal is set in my mind, I'm not changing the goal. A lot of it has to do with our thinking patterns. Our old thinking patterns can really prevent us from achieving our goals. Yep. I was raised in an underprivileged area in Miami. I was raised to think that I'm not supposed to dream big or don't go after it or be happy with what you got. Just blend in. I never understood, or no one ever spoke to me about the power of your thinking. How you see yourself, how you perceive the world. It wasn't until my mid-30s when I was diagnosed with a tumor that I was trying to figure out how to overcome this challenging moment in my life. I started doing a ton of research, and some of my favorite people, if you know me, is Oprah Winfrey, Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Maya Angelou. All these folks, I just started doing a ton of research to figure out, well, I'm sure, I know their stories. They all had really challenging childhood trauma. And how did they overcome it? I have no idea until I researched it and discovered they all had a morning ritual habit. Yep. They took time in the morning to program their mind, to set their intentions on what they wanted to achieve. They had clarity around their dreams, and they knew they would have to work on their mindset every morning before they approached the world. I then started implementing these same habits. And after years of implementing them and seeing the miracles that have unfolded in my life, I created the 5x5 success habits, which is 5 minutes of inspiration, 5 minutes of visualization, 5 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of journaling, and 5 minutes of affirmations. This system is set up for people like me who weren't exposed to this as a child. I'm a minority, right? I'm a Latina, and none of this, especially in my culture, none of us were taught any of this. If anything, it was sort of witchcraft. After learning how this whole method works and how I've been able to really change my negative thinking patterns and break my old behavior and set my intentions and what I really wanted out of life and seeing it manifest, I understood. It's not that life gets easier. It's that you learn how to reprogram your thoughts. You learn how to become resilient and courageous. You learn that life is going to throw a bunch of curveballs at you, but you don't quit. And you prime your mind, you discipline yourself to create these new habits to help you become the best version of yourself. And this is why I set up the system. I knew after years of doing much research that I wanted to share with the world. For anyone out there who as well comes from an underprivileged neighborhood, who's a minority, who's never been exposed to this and is ready to make an impact in their own life so they can pay it forward. It's an 8-week program. It's really simple. I have simplified this whole process because my life lights up when I see someone else paying it forward, growing, evolving. Oh yeah, that makes me super ecstatic. So if you're ready to step into 2023 because you're you're done with your old way of thinking and you're ready to step into this new year with a new you, and I mean it, I know it sounds so cliche, but yeah, you're ready to step into this new year with a new way of thinking, then check out the program. It's a 5x5 success habit, a system backed up by data, research, obviously spirituality, to help you, equip you with all that is needed to be the best version of yourself this year. I'm ready for you to become everything you were destined to do in 2023. Life is going to hit you, my friend, and I want you to be prepared that you, by the end of 2023, you have achieved that goal, that you have done it, that no matter what is your background, no matter where you came from, no matter who said you couldn't do it, that you have now trained yourself to block all of that, all that negative thinking, all that outside negative voices, and become the person you know in your heart that you were destined to be. Check it out. DM me. I can't wait to hear what you have in mind. Maybe you just need more information. Let me know. Can't wait to hear from you. Let's go.